In the world of statistical mathematics, there's a thought experiment colloquially known as the Monty Hall problem. In the 1990s, arguably one of the smartest people on earth tried to explain this in a column for Parade magazine, and thousands of people wrote in letters telling her she was wrong just because she was a woman. For anyone unfamiliar with the Monty Hall problem, it's an age-old math logic puzzle named after the host of a show in the 1960s called, you guessed it, Monty Hall. In the show, host and magnificent haircut owner Monty Hall will present contestants sometimes with a choice of one of three doors.
It could be lurking behind door number 1, or behind door number 2, or door number 3.
One of which contained a car or other fantastical prize, and the other two contained fuck all. Hall was always aware of which door contained which prize, and after contestants had chosen one of the doors, he would open one of the doors that led to nothing, and then present them with a chance to change their mind. And the logic puzzle, because you're familiar with it as well, aren't you? It's based on the fact that you get the chance to switch, and the idea is, does switching give you more chance of winning the prize? And statistically, yes it does. I think the way it was best described to me was by you, when you said, imagine you've got 1 million boxes. One contains a car, or £1 million, or some other fantastical prize. The rest contain claymore mines and snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
You get a choice between one random box or all 999,999 boxes. And when you select that, they will remove from that 999,000 all the boxes that contain snakes.
It's so complicated.
It's so complicated, but it's so simple. You can work it out with a pen and paper. Like the diagram behind me will explain it better than we can, because when you try and explain it with words, I've had so many arguments with friends in pubs with a pen and paper saying, look, if you switch 2 times out of 3, you'll win. Which makes sense, doesn't it? There's only 3 different scenarios if you pick and stick, and that is you win, you lose, you lose. If you switch, there are 2 scenarios where you win. You pick the wrong one, and then you get rid of one that was wrong, you switch and win. You pick the other wrong one, they get rid of the other wrong one, you switch and win. You pick the right one, they remove one of the wrong ones, you switch and lose. So in 2/3 of those times, you win. And that's basically it. And so many of my friends go, but it's 50-50. I've had screaming arguments with friends about this who can't understand.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about, do you?
I didn't start it.
You've got a problem, mate.
You've got a problem.
You've got a problem. You've got a problem. You've got a problem.
Lot of anger.
You've got a problem.
Lot of anger.
Why is the dud prize in that picture gold?
That's because in 1990, Marilyn of Savant, she had a column where she'd answer questions from readers. If anyone's not aware of who Marilyn is, she was literally crowned one of the smartest people on earth by the Guinness Book of World Records, having like the highest IQ. And she had basically a column in Parade magazine where you could ask her any question you wanted, similar to the Straight Dope. Like Cecil Adams, you know that guy? That answers any stupid question. And one of the ones that someone asked was basically an interpretation of the Monty Hall problem, where instead of winning nothing, you just want a go as the dud prize.
Are you excited? Yes, you are.
A few days after the column went live, in which Marilyn explained in a more concise way than we just did and in a nicer font the history of the problem and why statistically switching will always result in a better chance of winning the prize, Parade magazine was inundated with hundreds of letters from angry, limp dick men calling her wrong. It should be noted that many of the people writing these letters claimed to hold degrees in advanced mathematics, and some even said to have PhDs, which is strange because not a single one of them ever pointed out that this problem that Marilyn was so wrong about was actually based on an age-old logic puzzle devised by one of the most famous mathematicians in history over a century before.
Did she respond to all of this in any way?
Yes, she did. She wrote a follow-up article in which she explained in excruciating detail how the problem worked, breaking it down every step of the way, explaining why, statistically, changing your choice results overall in more chance of winning. Can you guess what happened?
People complained?
No, men complained. And do you know how we know it was men complaining?
How?
Because a lot of them accused Marilyn of using woman logic to solve a math problem.
That is woman's logic.
Why did they not send a man to do this job?
They were angry about it because they said, oh, you're applying woman logic to this problem, not realising that the original problem was devised over a century ago by a mathematician. So basically they were full of shit. That's what makes it funny. They're writing in going, I've got a degree in advanced mathematics. Oh, so you're aware that this was over a century ago and that statistical analysis has proved that it's conclusively correct. No, you're a woman and you're wrong. We're going to probably get someone in the comments saying, well, how do you know it was men? It's like, women who are watching this know that this was men. They know. Because if a bloke had wrote this, he'd have got a couple of angry letters. He wouldn't have got 10,000. And you know what he would have not, also he wouldn't have got? Someone saying using man logic. You're using man logic to solve math. Not a single letter, I should point out, ever contained a single explanation for why she was wrong. So that these people with advanced degrees in mathematics knew she was wrong but couldn't explain why.
Woman's logic is flawless.
So how long did this go on for?
According to Parade magazine, a year after the article was published, they were still getting dozens, if not hundreds of letters a week from angry, whiny, piss baby men who were upset with Marilyn for applying woman logic to a math problem. And it's actually rumoured that the sheer amount of concentrated male impotent rage directed at a single woman for daring to state a fact they didn't agree with coincided with the first known utterance of the word Reddit. When I wrote that joke, I sat there for a good long while thinking, sometimes these articles get shared on Reddit. I shit on that website a lot.
You do?
I do. The front page is fine. If you go on it and you use it as a link aggregator for just news or content, or if you go on it and you filter it by, I want all the subreddits about dogs, you're usually going to be all right. You click though on any minor subreddit that involves anything to do with a woman. So I think there is one subreddit that is basically just devout. I think it's called Pussy Pass Denied, and it's just stories about like women getting punched and stuff like that. Do you know, like women squaring up to men in nightclubs and getting punched, and then people are like, yeah, bitch gets what she deserves, equal rights, equal lefts. There's a weird thing on the internet that I don't get where people equate equality to being able to punch women. Like they'll say like, women want equal rights, so we're going to hit a woman then. So you shouldn't be hitting anyone. Your first response to, I want to be treated like a human being, well, I can punch you then. We're doing a like, comment, subscribe then, to get a shit done with.
We're not doing it today.
Really?
Apparently, like, comment, subscribe isn't what you need nowadays. So...
Are you shitting me?
This is what you need to do.
So this is what I need to ask people to do, okay. This is new. So I'm supposed to ask you guys to subscribe/ring the bell, watch this 10 times, share via any specific thing that you share, social media, Twitter. Everywhere, great. Reddit preferably. And then whitelist us on Adblock. I'm noticing there's a distinct lack of like and dislike and comment.
Yeah, they don't really do much.
Are you actually shitting me? That's my favourite thing I've learned today. And do you know why? Why? Because that means all those whiny piss baby assholes who dislike videos on feminism and stuff and all that stupid shit are actually contributing less than nothing to society. If anything, they're a positive boon on those videos. If they watch the video and dislike it, they're still adding to the... Like, if you like the video, I'm guessing it does help us decide. Yeah, it helps us because we can look at if some videos disliked, we can see there's a problem with the audio. You can comment and let us know. But that's great. That works really well for us. But people just comment random bullshit. Like that doesn't really matter to anyone. Someone asked me on Twitter the other day, like, why do you keep pinning all the negative comments? And I just commented, that's probably the closest they're going to get to contributing something to society. I might as well give them a hand. I don't mind people leaving negative comments. If it's something we've made a mistake, if we get a fact wrong, I'd love to know about it because I hate getting shit wrong. I hate getting shit wrong because it means I'm spreading misinformation. And that's not something as a writer who relies on the fact I've been contributing like very well-researched stuff for years. My credibility is really all I've got.
There's going to be at least one.
There's going to be some wrong, and I do make efforts. Like spelling mistakes, I always make efforts to correct those when they're pointed out. The sounds fucked up. I don't like the way you swear. That's fine. That's a valid criticism. I can take that. But it's people like, I think one guy, Mr. Naughty Pants, he said the guy who narrates this is a fairy, and he was called Mr. Naughty Pants. So I always delve into the comment section. That's why I have to, like, my personal work laptop has all that shit blocked because I would just be lost there all day. One of the things I like doing is clicking and seeing what else they've done. Sometimes I search for their username online because obviously people use the same one across the day, and usually it's just a forum post and it'll be them just continuing to shit on something they don't like. And that's all they've contributed to society. They are a drain on the net happiness of the universe. People who are negative and dislike videos, they're doing nothing. They're actually making the person more money because they're increasing their watch time, making them more user prominent. Great, continue doing what you do. Continue shouting into the void. Congratulations. So this is a person who's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go onto the internet and make someone's day worse. A person who wakes up thinking that is fascinating to me. My goal, I set myself many, many years ago for New Year's was every day I want to make one person's life better. Even if it is just writing a stupid status on Facebook that makes someone giggle or laugh, because I've made a net positive gain to the world. If one person smiles, that's enough for me, because if you think, I've been doing that now for the past 5 years. If I keep doing that till the day I die, and I die at like 100 years old, think of all the thousands of people that I've made happier over my life, even if just for a little bit of a moment. Yeah. Isn't that a nice legacy to leave behind? No, I'm going to comment on this video, calling someone a fucking slut. Obviously now, our online presence is more valuable than our real presence. Yeah. So when I die, if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, it wouldn't be, here's a nice photo of Karl, or here's the thing he made through. No, here are the things that he contributed online, because that's the thing that's going to last forever. Here's his Facebook page. And then imagine if your Facebook is just incoherent ranting about feminism or Muslims. And that's your legacy. That is your legacy, so we'll just hate. Stuff that's that's going to be there after you're dead probably, because Facebook's going to live longer than you. I want to ask, are you happy with that being what future generations will see? Are you happy with your contribution to this world being making someone's day worse? I think the worst one is you've not accomplished nothing. You've accomplished less than nothing because you've taken stuff away.